Good morning, everybody. It's your girl, Miss V, host of the V Mix Radio Show, 11 a.m. to 12 noon. Today is a special day. I am so thankful for my last Saturday guest. I just wanted to take the time out to say thank you, thank you, thank you, E. Digger, for pulling up on me. You're highly respected and appreciated. You are the first person, literally, on 5 people I can count on one hand. He is the first person that was like, hey, V, you want to do this? I got you. How you going to do it? And I was like, I don't know. I'll be back. So that was the reason why it was the first time for him to be a part of the V Mix radio show, because I just wanted to make sure that I made everybody who first believed in me proud, So I wanted to work hard myself, create my own lane. I didn't want to pretty much piggyback off of what E. Digger was doing or this person was doing, Miss Dana was doing. I just wanted to make it my own so it could be authentic, and hopefully I always knew longevity. Longevity was my focal, not nothing instant, not nothing, it's strategic, but again, E. Digger, you're appreciated, you're loved. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming up. Keep up the good work. He's creates shows all the time. Right now is E. Digger Speaks. Let's Talk with E. Digger. He actually was to me, when I was coming up, when I started getting into like the scene, shout out to Nicole Elmore. For the people who don't know, I started out motivational speaking about eczema. I do have eczema, and that was a big part of my self-esteem issues. That was a big part of my insecurities, and it made me mean because I was trying to hide my insecurities because I had eczema and I didn't look like the people in my school, so I was a little bit more aggressive. That's to be insecure. It wasn't to be aggressive, but that was the way that I expressed my insecurities until I got older and I started to figure it out, and I had good people around me, and I took the time to self-reflect. But you meet people along that way. Make a long story short, I started motivational speaking about my eczema. I ran into E. Digger, shout out to Nicole Elmore, and that's how I ran into E. Digger. I knew I always wanted to do some type of something, but I didn't know just what. Radio always been a thing in my mind because I was the girl running to the running to the radio, pushing play and record when songs was hitting that I loved. So, with that being said, it wasn't like for the people who know me, when I started doing radio, it wasn't like, what are you doing? A lot of people was like, oh, okay, you was already talking about it. You was already a debater. I was actually a part of they wanted me to recruit me at Walbrook Senior High School to be a part of the debate team. I'm a part of Toastmasters Internationals 4597. So I'm a writer. When I was in college, I won Best Portfolio for Writing because we had a little program and we went to. So I always had a love for writing, the arts, theater, people. So I fell in love with Maya Angelou. So for people that's like, who is V, where she came from, I always been here, okay? I'm from the hood. I'm from North and Pulaski. I still love entertainment. I still love writing. I still love politics. I was not just one avenue for the V. Anybody who know me can't debate that. I always was a debater. I was always into music. I was always into politics and what was going on. It's just that now that is the Most High is ready for y'all to see me, okay? I'll say that face. Okay, all right. So E. Digger was part of that plan. So shout out to E. Digger. That's why I just gave all that spew. So hopefully if people want to know who V is, I'm V. I always been here. Y'all my hood. This my hood. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to create a lane where y'all have an opportunity to talk about when y'all wasn't always who y'all are now. It takes time to get to who you need to be and who God wants you to be. I was not always this V, and I don't regret anything. Some things you be like, damn, I was dumb. But I don't regret anything. It take time. For everybody that wants something instant, wants something fast, it's levels to it. It takes time, and now the Most High is ready for y'all to see who V is, who V always been. So if y'all interested in being a part of the VMix radio show, send inquiries to my email, go to thevmix.com, and get familiar with me. But again, shout out to E. Digger. Shout out to Naomi. She's another one in media that was very warm when I came into the radio scene. So shout out to Naomi. I want to say that her workshop may have been canceled today. But get familiar with Naomi. That's Miss B Inspired on IG. Also, E. Digger is Let's Talk with E. Digger. Things of that. I think things he got a few. Okay, and E. Digger Speaks. But get familiar with E. Digger. Get familiar with yourself. Okay, gotta get familiar with yourself. Okay. All right. I'm rambling. Okay. I'm having a whole ramble right now. But again, shout out to my last Saturday guest. I won't be here on the 23rd. I'll be hosting some other engagements. I'll be out in the community. And the 30th as well. I won't be here on the 30th as well. The 30th is a very special day. I'll be at several speaking engagements, but also I'm dropping my mixtape. I just gave y'all the exclusive. I'm dropping my mixtape on March the 30th, and my mixtape is for all the artists, entrepreneurs that been to my show to give back. It's a community free project. It's not to get any money off of. It's just like a package, a compilation. Get me to pronounce that right. A compilation of all the hard work that of me networking with all these great artists to repackage what they're doing, not to sell it, just to say, hey, get familiar, they've been here. And the name of the tape is Get Familiar Volume 1. If you want to be a part of the VMix Radio Show, you have to send your inquiries to the vmix@gmail.com. I will have a little promo video that will be circulating about this project to get more in depth about it, but I will have drops on it. Everybody, just get familiar, stay tuned. Shout out to every artist who did not say no to me, who was like, yep, V, you got it. I thank you. I will be sending out some information to you all as well, in addition to releasing this project. Any questions, again, like I said, send inquiries to thevmix@gmail.com. I want to take the time out to say thank you, WFBR, Gene Austin, for your mentorship. I might cry, I'm a punk, okay? That's a tear right there, another one. I really appreciate you. Shout outs to Diamond K for a smooth transition. I really appreciate that as well. I told y'all I'm a punk. But he's actually helping me with this project, so it's like a collaboration with the VMix and RadioOnFire. He's doing the mixing. Of course, I'm gathering the songs and we getting the placement together. So March the 30th, I will be at Empower Pop-Up Mixer with Janice Thomas. So if y'all familiar with the M Pop-Up Mixers, y'all want to get familiar with it. March the 30th, we will be back on, I want to say 407 North Charles Street. I might have the address wrong. All this off the dome. 407 North Charles, Pipe Dreams. So we'll be there. They'll give headshots for $35. So if you don't have headshots, you can come there. I will be a host. It will be performances, and also they're dropping and they're launching their new clothing line. So again, shout outs to Janice and her whole team, everything she has going on. Thank you for your support. So if you want to get familiar with me on March the 30th, I won't be doing a show. I'm saying all this to say I will be at a free a mixer. The mixer is $10. You can come out and meet other entrepreneurs. I will be promoting that as well. So get familiar with the vmix@gmail.com and my IG. I was trying to say my IG. My IG is the VMix as well. So on March the 30th, I will be your host at the Empower Pop-Up Mixer, Be Empowered. So make sure y'all get y'all tickets now. I know she has a link up already. The IG is Be Empowered as well. So go to her IG and get your tickets if you want to get familiar with me with the Be Empowered hosting networking event, Pop-Up Mixer. She always incorporate praying to the Most High into it. I love it. Also, March the 30th, shout out to Amani Philly. He's doing a mini concert. I'm going to be a speaker there as well. That's going to be located at the RL Hotel. Amani Philly is an artist. He has Forever Golden out right now. It's an album, so make sure you get familiar with Amani Philly. So I will be there that day. Shout out to Jamal Smith. He's having a birthday bash. I'm going to try to pull up on you. That's the plans, Jamal, okay? I'm going to try to pull up on Jamal Smith for his birthday bash on March the 30th as well. So that means shout out to all the Pisces in the Aries. That's you know, I know your birthday. Happy birthday to you all. Pisces in the Aries, that's, you know, that's lit right now. I know y'all lit like, but Geminis, we the best. I said it. Billy, don't say nothing yet. It's still my second flame. So shout out to y'all. So March the 30th, I won't be here, but I will be releasing my project, Get Familiar Volume 1. And I think I just talked enough. House of Diamonds. Shout out to House of Diamonds. I am now in relationships with them as far as promoting all, you know, they have young entrepreneurs. They have entrepreneurs starting from the ages of 7 and up, probably younger than that. She probably got a baby entrepreneur we don't even know about that's chilling on the scene, that's getting prepared. But anyway, we have several, I want to say over 20 entrepreneurs, about 40 or more. So each month I'm going to be featuring a different entrepreneur. So I want y'all to get familiar. My first guest highlight will be Akia Jones. He is an artist. I can't wait to talk to him. I'm not sure of his age, but I know he's no more than 20. That's what I want to say. And I think it's dope. Entrepreneurship is very important. I'm going to get into that with my guests as well. So shout outs to House of Diamonds, Mr. and Mrs. Sonia Speaks. We're going to highlight Entrepreneurs of the Week. The first guest is on April the 13th. It's Akia Jones. So get familiar. I'm about to start circulating that flyer, okay? So, yeah. All right. Now it's time to go to commercial. We're going to come back with Billy Lyve 5658, the release on March the 23rd. Okay, documentary and the album. And yeah, get familiar. That was off the dome, Billy. What you think? What you think, though? All right, I'm sorry. What's up, y'all? Thank you.
Today's broadcast was brought to you by Vistaprint. Create powerful promotions that are easy to design and hard to miss. With Vistaprint, it's easy to customize your business cards, marketing material, corporate gifts, calendars, stationery, and more with confidence, or get real-time design help. Visit RadioOnFire.com/Vistaprint to get $20 off any order of $40 or more. If you have a message to get out, you want it to be affordable, but you want it to look professional. Visit RadioOnFire.com/Vistaprint for $20 off today.
Hey, I'm back. Again, Miss V, host of the V Mix Radio Show. I am here with talented, dope father, entrepreneur, artist, Billy Lyve. He can do the rest of the introduction because you got this. What's up, Billy?
Hey, what's going on?
Thank you for pulling up. I appreciate it. Congratulations on your project.
Thank you.
So 5658, how you want to start? You want to introduce yourself and then we lead into how the 5658?
Sure. I go by the name of Billy Lyve. My company is Wisdom Court Entertainment. We also own a company called Wisdom Court Media, which is a new division where we're handling all of our social media promotions and YouTube's, IG, where we're gonna start brokering out our services to help other artists too.
So the Wisdom Court Entertainment.
Wisdom Court Entertainment and Wisdom Court Media.
Oh, so it's two. I just been thinking of the entertainment.
Then there's
right,
also
explain
Wisdom
that
Court.
part.
There's also Wisdom Court's Kids Club too.
Wait, that part, those parts. Go ahead.
Which one?
It's three right now.
Yeah.
All right, so
Wisdom Court Entertainment is the part of the company that I'm generally more like in control of, whatever.
Okay.
That deals with the artists and the booking. You know what I'm saying? As far as like putting events together, booking the DJs, booking the artists.
Okay.
And then taking everything that I'm putting together on that end and I ship it down to Wisdom Court Media, who do all of my online promotions.
Oh.
So the entertainment pages, the IG pages, I have different people that run that. I don't do any of that. So that's a whole different staff. And we're also shooting videos. We were putting together like podcasts, just like all kinds of different like little cool things. And then Wisdom Court's Kids Club is the charity thing that I do, where I do like Easter egg hunts. We feed the homeless. I do like high school dances, middle school sock hops. Really anything you can think of community based. So it's three different companies, but it's all Wisdom Court.
Congratulations on it. That is so cool.
Thank you.
So you have Wisdom Court Entertainment, the 5658 project. That's not your first album.
No.
That is the.
I don't even know. Yeah, that's up there.
You really don't keep counting your albums?
Nah, we put out mixtapes, but like albums, it might be like this, like real album, maybe like 6. Yeah.
6. So this is the 6th studio album.
6 studio full length album, yeah.
Why you say full length album?
Because the other ones, like, you know what I'm saying, if it's
you cool.
If it's like a mixtape or something like that, I'm not really considering that a album.
Okay. A mixtape is like what I said, a compilation of. Okay, so how many mixtapes have you had?
Maybe probably about 6, about even.
So why is 5658 special?
5658 is special because it's basically a documentary. It's an album and a documentary, and the album kind of like and the documentary match up a little bit.
Okay.
To the things that I'm talking about on the documentary, you'll hear we talk about it in the album, whatever. And 5658 is actually the address of the house where I grew up at. It's a house in Sykesville, and it's where we came up with the name Wisdom Court Entertainment. I came up with Billy Lyve. The majority of the people that's in my crew now was all in that house when we were kids. It's the same crew of people, same everything. And I wanted to do something that like, kind of like I told a story about that house and the things that I went through in the house. It ended up being more of a story about just life in general because it was kind of hard to like really put together a project where it's a full-fledged story. So the intro starts out with me in the house, and then it kind of goes into where I'm at now. You know what I'm saying? But it's every single song's a story.
And it's kind of like, it's special to me. What I'm gathering, everybody that you, like you said, was going through that, like how I'm going through with the Diamond Key, and everybody is coming like my team. And so y'all actually it's like y'all together. It's like a collaboration deal because.
Yep.
Oh,
yep.
that
And
is
everybody,
so cool.
and then anybody listens to the project, they're gonna hear their story in that project too.
So you know what? This is special. So Mr. Dub Science, how did he become a part of the 5658 documentary?
Yeah, I was looking for somebody to shoot a documentary, and I put a post up, and everybody was tagging different people, and he just stood out to me as somebody that really put a lot of effort into his work, and I wanted to try something different. I didn't want it to be like a video. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So we put it together. We actually been working on it. It's been over a year, maybe 2 years.
Dope.
But we got it done. We got it together, and I'm really excited to put it out there and let people check it out. It's gonna be kind of different than what everybody thinks it's gonna be. Like, it's not one of them documentaries where we're sitting on the corner, we're like, yo, flashing money and all that stupid shit. It's none of that. It's just me, like, really just talking about the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I like this. Like a hashtag my hood. You better hashtag my hood now. All right.
Gotcha.
That's dope. I've been doing that lately because I just feel like this is our, that's our hood. Ill Luck.
Ill Luck is my band. It's a drummer, guitarist. Rue Bryce is my keyboardist and producer.
Shout out to Rue Bryce.
Nick Richards is my guitar. Superman is my drummer. I have a DJ Anchor the Bank. Rube also DJ sometimes, and then my little homie Jay Money jumps in and does a lot of performing and stuff with me, whatever. So it's more of a collective than a band. You know what I'm saying? Because each member comes from a different band, or they do something different in the industry, or whatever, and we all come together and we make Ill Luck.
Is there any no affiliate? They're just going out to do the performances with you, and they're not going to be in the documentary, the 5.
Oh yeah, they're all
They're in it.
Everybody you see around me, period, is family. They have something to do with everything that I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for the people who don't know you, what is your inspiration behind your whole music journey? You had, like you said, this is the 6th studio full-length album. How many cuts is on that before I get into
the new one's 15.
Okay, so this your full studio album. So what is the inspiration like? Like I said, I always fell in love with the entertainment too. But how did you actually? Because I want you to talk about your lows and your highs too. What is the inspiration behind the music? What do you feel like? How you got up into the 5658? Like, what was the inspiration behind like all of your albums when you was a kid and we listening to? I don't know your age, but
cool.
You got your I know you can drop all the people you love. I'm gonna play a little trivia game with you too with all the people you love, but you get me?
Well, my brothers used to break dance, play the drums, and I grew up in the '80s, so that was when music was like really like growing. I remember listening to records, you know what I'm saying, tapes, LL Cool J, Run DMC. So I was inspired from the whole creation of it. So as I got older, I started like want to do it. I used to sing. I used to try to make beats. I used to try to do everything before I started rapping. Then I realized like rapping was something that I could do easy, and it gave me like an outlet to kind of like be able to write out what I was going through, like at my house, at school, on the streets, whatever. I was able to write out what I was going through, and it kind of just overtook me, and it pretty much overtook my whole entire life. I've lost mad shit from doing music. I'm not gonna say I lost friends, but people grow apart. If you're working towards the same goal, it's easy to sit together. But like if you got somebody that's going into the work world and that's what they want to do, or they want to go to college, or they want to be in the streets, and I'm sitting there trying to do something different, people start to grow apart. So I had to go through that whole process, and I'm still here. I'm still doing it.
Getting your team. Yeah. You're thinking some people gonna be a part of that team, and then the person's face might change.
Yeah, definitely. The Wisdom Court name never changes. The foundation hasn't really changed much, and even if we've never like really lost members. People kind of grow and do different things. You know what I'm saying?
Grow apart.
But the foundation never changed. We're still strong, and that's why like we've been able to last. We got into the Baltimore game. I say about 2009, and we've been consistently growing ever since. I watched like so many different crews come and go, different artists come and go, promoters come and go, managers come and go, and we're still here.
So what you mean you came through Baltimore scene and?
Well, I mean, the fact that we're not originally from Baltimore.
I would have never knew.
Well, I know because I'm out here so much. Yeah,
So-
we not well. I would say like 75% of Wisdom Court Entertainment of today's Wisdom Court Entertainment from Baltimore City.
You heard me.
25% of us is from Baltimore County and Carroll County,
Okay.
Maryland, or whatever, and that was the original group. We all come from Baltimore County and Carroll County. As I started growing and adding on, then I started getting into the Baltimore scene, and that's when I started bringing in more of the Baltimore City side of it. And since I've been pretty much, the city kind of welcomed me. Now the company is majority the city.
So what's so
City
special about Baltimore that you get from it? Because a lot of people come from a lot of places here, and it's like a melting pot. It's starting to be another New York, or we've been to New York, I would say. It's like I'm playing. I got New York listeners. Shout outs to New York. Shout outs to all my listeners all over. Okay, I like everywhere. Boom, boom, boom. It's a joke, jokey joke. But what is so special about Baltimore City for the people who don't know and need to get familiar?
I think, well, for one, Baltimore City, it just happens to be the closest city to where I'm at. So, you know, when you want to go to the nightclubs, when you want to see what's going on, check styles, do whatever, you got DC, you got Baltimore. Baltimore was just closer to me. And
Smart choice.
for some reason, I've always been attracted to the harder edge stuff. My whole life growing up, when I was growing up, if I wasn't around trouble, if I wasn't around like gangsters and stuff, I found a way to be around them. You know what I'm saying? I found a way to put myself around all the stuff that I like that excited me. So once I got more into the Baltimore scene, even though it's a risky scene, but I love it. You know what I'm saying? I love the people. I love the streets. I love the respect that we get, and I've been doing this shit for about 10 years.
You say shit. We're not on AM radio
I've been
no more.
doing the Baltimore stuff for about 10 years, and I've actually never had any like problems. You know what I'm saying? And I live 40 minutes away. They embrace me. I go everywhere. I do whatever. I don't have any problems at all.
So,
But I know a lot of people that do have problems. I've seen people get smacked, robbed, disrespected, get into social media beefs, all that. I've never had any of that.
so do you feel like Baltimore have like politics in the scene,
Oh,
or is it
yeah.
just a genuine like they embrace everybody?
Nah, Baltimore definitely has a lot of politics in the scene. Back when I came in, it was a big power hold, and it's like if you wasn't part of certain cliques, you wasn't getting in.
That's how I feel about radio.
And,
It was like that when I got in. They're like, who is
so,
me?
So when I got in, you know, I wasn't part of any clique because I wasn't from here, so I didn't know nobody. You know what I'm saying? So I had to kind of build my own clique, and then I was so turned off by how I was getting the door slammed in my face that I just happened to make my clique really, really, really big to the point to where like I didn't need to talk to anybody anymore. And then after that, it got to a point to where it's like, all right, boom, now different cliques gotta talk to me.
So you like, look, I'm gonna create my own clique. I'm about to, okay.
So that's how we got so strong. It was kind of like built off of me being like, I guess, mad because I wasn't getting attention. Like I wasn't getting put on shows. I wasn't getting radio interviews. I wasn't. Pretty much it was like, oh, I don't know who that is. Let's push him to the side. But little did they know the whole time I was the one like really plotting, watching everything, reading, studying.
That was me.
You know what I'm saying? So I watched all the holes. I watched who wasn't doing things right, and I learned everything before I even started. And then as I got in, I started growing and learning,
Absolutely.
learning even more. But I came in the game with a very aggressive mind state and a lot of knowledge to how things worked already.
What is your community advice for Baltimore and all over anybody's community? What would you because you're not necessarily you close to Baltimore, you know, but now you're in Baltimore and you're outside of Baltimore as well. You've been all over, probably traveling, doing your music, doing your projects. What community advice would you give all of us?
As far as the music
It's
scene,
music scene,
music scene,
collaborations.
you have to show love and you gotta be humble. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the biggest thing. I preach that a lot. And sometimes it doesn't always even out. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'll be like, yo, if you show me love, I'm gonna show it back. And I do. But the kind of love that somebody might want from me, I can't give them. So if somebody wants all of my attention, and then they're like, well, I came to your show. You told me to come to your show, and then you would help me out. But I'm like, yeah, but I'm also helping out like 1,000 other people. You know what I'm saying? You got to give me some time. So definitely showing love. I go state to state, different scenes, and I'm good and I have a relationship with different artists, different promoters in like all these different states or whatever, and I deal with them the same way I deal with Baltimore. So like I actually have like different states, venues in different states will call me and ask when we're coming back because of the way that we run our stuff, and we'll actually bring a crowd, and people in their own state might not even have a crowd or whatever, but just really just showing love and not to be afraid to show love to somebody else.
I like that.
Yeah.
Collaborations, how you collaborated up.
In some
How
ways,
important is collaborations?
Me-
Why
I don't
some
do-
people don't like collaborations?
I don't do a lot of musical collabs.
Okay.
I don't do a lot of musical collabs.
Why?
Cause,
But say why. Sorry. Go
no,
ahead.
you good. I'm gonna tell you why. I don't do it because I know what I want to say, and I like saying what I want to say, how I want to say it. And unless you like kind of grew up with me or we went through something together, it's really hard for me to like relate to people on songs. You know what I'm saying? So my son is on a lot of my songs.
For 5658 project.
He's the only feature on there. And then there's another singer on there, and then there's another young girl.
Say their names.
My son is Live. Andrea Molina and Isis,
Shout out to you.
who's her daughter, is actually featured on the project too. And they're all people that's been a part of my life. Like so the kind of music that I don't do flash music. I do music that's from the soul. So in order for me to connect with somebody, you got to know I'm telling the truth. So you got to live it with me. That's why I don't do a lot of collabs.
So your collabs for your business,
I do a lot of business collabs.
So they are important.
They're
and not to say that they not and for music, but for you,
Mm-hmm.
But
I think musical collabs are important too, unless you're able to build a fan base up to where you don't need it. I think it's important. Like I was able to build. I had a fan base even coming into the game, into the scene, and then I was able to build off of that. But I think collabing with people when you're coming up is very, very important. But you got to collab with the right people, and y'all feel the same way about things. Because sometimes people will pay money to collab with somebody. They'll give them like $500 to do a verse, to get a verse from such and such. But that person don't really care about you at all. So it's like you give them $500, your song comes out, you get 2,000 views. Okay, what's next? But that money, that $500 could have went to your promotion, your marketing, to help better your own personal stuff.
And if they are part of Wisdom Entertainment, Wisdom Court Entertainment, you'll give those tools. Are you looking for more people to be a part of Wisdom Court Entertainment?
Right now, no.
Okay.
I got a really, really long lineup of artists, overwhelming at times. So I'm not looking for any more people right now, but I'm looking for more like promoters, managerial staff, and things like that. But artist wise, nah. But yeah, I give all of our artists the tools. Currently, a couple of artists are going on tour. I set the whole tour up. That's tonight, and we're in Reading, PA tonight, and then I think next week we're in West Virginia, and then after that we come back to Maryland. So I bring the artists in, I give them the tools for how to better their social media in a sense of learning how to brand, so you don't have like 25 different names all over the place. It gotta be, if it's the VMix, then it gotta be whatever, like on all your platforms. So when people Google you, it's easy to find you.
Okay.
Well, a lot of artists would be like, yo, it's such and such, Lil B, Lil this, Lil that. So you go to search for them, you can't find them because there's 1,000 different people that pop up. Okay. So I try to teach my artists about branding, number one, building a fan base, being involved with the community, because when you're involved with the community, people will tend to support you more. Like, the bulk of my support don't come from the music scene. It comes from people that don't have nothing to do with the music scene.
I'm able to get back to this music collab and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But what do you do for the people who are not aware? Because I'm more into you. I've been watching you on the music scene. Gotcha. So tell the people who are not familiar with you in the community, what do you do? I know you mentioned the Wisdom Court.
Yeah, we do Wisdom Court's Kids Club, and we do really everything, like Easter egg hunts, school dances, middle school, high school dances. We DJ for different events. We perform at elementary schools. Yeah, we do. We feed the homeless. We used to adopt people for Christmas every year. I like
that.
Giving back.
What if I wanted to be a part, or somebody else wanted to be a part of? Drop that information.
Yeah, we'll normally put a post up, and we'll kind of like reach out and ask people like who wants to be a part of it, whatever. Like the next thing coming up is Easter egg hunt. That's gonna be in April. Okay. And pretty much people just donate eggs, they donate candy, or donate their time to help hide the eggs and candy, whatever. I'll have all these gangsta ass dudes hiding little pink eggs. You know what I'm saying? So that's awesome. And another thing that I do big in the community that I don't really broadcast is like where I live at in Westminster. It's like it's one of them spots that nobody really thinks about, but there's a lot of shit that goes on up there. So a lot of the kids, they'll come and talk to me, because I still look like them, and I still, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. They can relate to me as opposed to some other parents, whatever. So I'll have them like selling shirts or doing whatever. Then keep some of the profit. We'll have them hand out flyers. We'll do video shoots, tell them all to come down, and I try to keep them involved as much as I can. And damn near like majority of them be at my house. You know what I'm saying? They'll pop up in the house and shit. So you can't go nowhere out there without somebody. Yeah,
they know you.
Yeah.
That's your head.
Definitely.
Drop your contact information.
My contact information is real easy. It's Billy Lyve on everything. IG, Facebook, YouTube. I cut Twitter out. And I cut out my SoundCloud.
I couldn't find you on Twitter. I'm like, I ain't got no Twitter.
I don't care about
trying
Twitter.
to get. Why don't you care about Twitter? You don't feel like that's a tool for?
Nah, I think that when it comes to social media and when it comes to branding, you can, if you focus on your key points the stuff that you're good at, and just focus on that and just send everybody there. So my IG and my Facebook, and YouTube, of course I know on YouTube, but my IG and my Facebook is more personal, my IG is more business. So I focus only on those two, and I've been able to grow my IG and all that through doing different promotions and organically by just focusing on that. If you got IG, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, SoundCloud, all this other stuff, you're spreading yourself too thin unless you got a team. And again, this is my personal opinion.
I agree.
But based on the numbers of other artists, it don't look good if you are trying to be a big name artist, but you got 200 followers on one thing, 100 followers on one thing. It doesn't look good. So combine them, you at least get to maybe a 5, and then kind of build from there. So that's I just deleted.
Y'all can learn a lot from this guy. He is having a release party on the 21st. Mm-hmm. It's private. It's a wrap. Y'all not invited. Y'all not a cool kid. Okay, psych, I'm playing. But he's having a release for the 5658 project. Mm-hmm. And that's a wrap, right? But you have performances. You said you have a performance today.
Yeah, there's a performance today. I'm not performing. It's we're in Redden, Pennsylvania, and it's J Money, Holiday Shells, Donnie Breeze, and All the Way G, who are and TSN Slay, a couple other Baltimore cats we got coming up, whatever. But I put the tour together for them, so I'm just gonna be up there on my promo managerial type stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I do have some performances coming up though.
All right, we want to go to a quick commercial. I think we got a good I don't know. We got a couple more minutes. We got a good time left. We're going to get into some other stuff. We're going to go in a commercial. I don't know if we're going into your music. We're going to play okay, you promote that.
With the documentary joint?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the 5658 documentary is about to drop. The documentary and the album packaged together. We're selling it for $20. It's like the Nipsey Hussle did his little Proud to Pay campaign. I learned a lot from that.
I like Nipsey.
You put something out there, and you say this is what it is, and if people support it, they support it. If they don't, they don't. But so far I already got like a bunch of pre-orders, and that first event is sold out, so that's already another 50 going. So I got like 60 sales pretty much, and I haven't dropped it yet. So
congrats. All right. So 5658 documentary, Mr. Dub Science is responsible for the documentary.
He filmed and directed it, and then he collected footage from different things on YouTube and kind of put the whole thing together. He actually put the whole thing together without me.
Okay.
You know
and you liked it?
I just liked it.
You didn't say, can you add this, take my face?
Yeah, we did. No,
none
of that. We cut out some things
that
I didn't think was important. But yeah, he put the whole thing together, and I was like, yo, that's it. Like, that's it. That's dope. He's a really, really
And y'all been working for a while? Or you just got with him?
Oh, no, we've known each other for a long time. But that was the first time we started really working together.
All right, so one more introduction. 5658 dropping March the 23rd.
March 23rd. It drops March 21st for everybody that got invited to the listening party. And it'll be on all major platforms probably sometime in April.
Dope.
Yeah.
Get familiar.
What's the overall outcome that you're looking for?
Well, my overall, really what I'm looking for with this project and with the company is to try to change the way the local artists, I hate using that word, but to try to change the way that the artists think in a sense, and just kind of show them that, there's, if we're a little bit more creative and not always trying to do the same old, check out my mixtape, post on Facebook, do the same old routine over and over again. Like, if we try something different, then we might have a better chance of getting more exposure, making some money for yourself. So, with this project, the way I'm putting it out is a documentary and we package together as a CD and documentary deal. Instead of me sitting down and like hoping and praying people pay attention, we're just gonna just kind of get up and just go.
No, I ain't looking at niggas, I'm looking through ya. Watch the way I maneuver, pockets they wantin' more.
don't try to like be super lyrical. I guess more of a Tupac with a little bit of Nas.
Exactly, I get that. Exactly. But yeah, that's how I was gonna release my mixtape with a documentary with it. And Donna K was like, no, we can do it separate. So that is so funny.
It took me a very, very long time to do it.
I know. I figured that.
It took me like.
So I think I'm still gonna do my documentary because I've already got it started. You know what I'm saying?
We're in a world now where it's like
They want to see you.
you gotta do extra shit to get attention.
Absolutely.
Everybody drop projects, everybody drop this. Not a lot of people do documentaries. Well, not like good ones, whatever. And, I think right now it's about being creative and trying to be just different from everybody else.
So me dropping this mixtape to pick you off. Did it sound crazy?
I don't know, crazy. I want to hear it.
Yo, whatever. When I told people, they're like, oh, something like that. Okay? I'm like the new Diddy. Okay? But no, it's a product that I can give for the people that want to be a part of the movie. The people who like, oh damn, I know if I go to D, I know I got this movie, I know he's going to do this. I'm gonna do it. So I'm doing volume 2 in June. Volume 3, like each quarter I'm gonna drop. I'm from all the artists that still come to the show. So the first project I got Greenspan, I got Dana Blue, I got Belly, I got Ellis, I got a nice line. I got Benny Harding, the producer, DJ R was on my show, so his cut that he got with Benny Harding is on there. It's gonna be lit. So I gotta plan this little something around that too.
All them dudes, man.
Yeah, so they was volume 1. That's why I said, damn, I wish I could have got you on here, but it's all good. That way, because it would have took away from what you know, what's going on with you. And I don't want to, you see what I'm saying? So,
You got a charger for this?
Diamond. Hey, Nikki.
You have a charger?
The new one.
The newer one.
Yo.
But yeah, I tell a story that's real similar than everybody else's story. We just grew up in a different place.
Right. Real shit.
Yes, save me.
Diamond, did I touch on everything right? I say enough about 3:30. I need to say more. That's in the promo, right? Your girl, Miss V, host of the V Mix Radio Show. I have the lit ass, talented ass. Like, I'm sorry, I know I can cuss. I just took advantage of it just now. Liddy, okay? When I say a star, when I say talented, this guy right here. Creating his own lane is very important for all of us. You got shout out again to Javon Smith, creating a media awards show was just dope. You know, you gotta create your own lane. Like, I just wanted to open up with that. What, like, you said you came through, I was like, look, I'm gonna create my own lane to the wisdom court, to, you know, everything you can think of. Like, now, I don't know, what do you feel now with all of that and your project is releasing, you know a lot of artists, you're affiliated. So what do you feel about the state of music right now? Locally, nationally, like not just local. Like I saw you too. You said something like, I don't like that word local.
Yeah,
but
I don't
like it's
like
abroad. What do you think about the state of the music?
I think music is cool. I think it's cool right now. I think it's a lot of different styles. So the only thing that's kind of sucks is that it's just too much. There's too many artists. Like back in the day, it was like, all right, boom. If I want to listen to this kind of style, we have a certain group of artists. I want to listen to this. We got a certain group of artists. Like, and we had power artists in those categories. Now it's like every other day is a new trap rapper jumping up, a new J. Cole rapper jumping up, a new whatever. So it's kind of hard to keep up. So I really don't even listen to too many new artists. I still stick to like my old like 90s or whatever.
So
you know
what's your
what I'm saying?
playlist like right now?
Right
You know
now,
5658 on
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Actually, that's probably like the only thing in my playlist.
Really?
Yeah.
You not listening to nobody else?
Nah,
I like that.
When I'm in the process of working, I don't really listen to a lot of people.
Okay, so right now your playlist is that 5658 again,
Yep.
released on 3/23/19 on
Yep.
all platforms,
Nope.
right?
It's gonna be just hand to hand up until probably like sometime in April. Yeah. So I'm just gonna focus on doing like we're gonna do 4 different events, and each of the events will be a 50-person only event, right? So with 50 people one event, 50 people another event, so on and so on. Every single person that comes gets the project. So by the time that little runs over, that'll be 200 sales, because everybody that comes in.
Oh, so he's not releasing like I just sorry, wait. So March the 23rd is
when I'll actually have the physical copies.
get
So,
me together. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're not dropping it on all social media platforms.
I'm dropping on social media platforms after the promo tour, after the little run.
Okay, I got it.
You know what I'm saying?
I got it.
'Cause,
Okay,
like,
cool.
the cool thing is, because I can do more promotionally after I get money from the first initial run. So if I take that money and I can flip that into doing different promotions to kind of get it, marketed a lot better or whatever. Some artists like put something out and they go straight to SoundCloud, straight to YouTube. If nobody knows you, nobody knows it's out there, nothing's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
So it's I study what a lot of different people did, like different artists like that aren't like major artists, more the independent powerhouse like Tech Nine, Insane Clown Posse, like even the Wu-Tang Clan. Everybody,
Nipsey was kind of
well,
like
Nipsey's the new age of who I follow now.
Okay.
But like
back. Oh my bad.
yeah,
Okay.
but back then I came up watching different people, but Nipsey is the perfect example of a combination of what Master P did mixed with what's going on in today's times. So he's actually somebody that he gets play.
Damn, I never would have compared him to Master P. I like that comparison. What would you have done different 5 years ago?
5 years ago, I would have.
High and low, go there.
I would have not held myself back. I felt like I held myself back up until this year. Like I didn't think I was, like almost like I didn't think I was good enough to go to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe my shows weren't good enough, or my music wasn't good enough, or I was listening to people saying, yo, you need to do this, you need to do that, and it got to a point to this year, I stopped listening to people. Like I don't care what anybody says. It sounds crazy.
No, I don't. Y'all know Vito be don't care.
But I don't care what anybody says. It's kind of I get advice from people. But if I want to do it, then I'm just gonna do it. And I've been able to like put myself on a tour, a 9-state tour, open up for all kinds of different major artists. Put out our own documentary. We sell our own T-shirts and merch. I was on 92Q last week, and I didn't change anything. Like usually when you get on those kind of platforms, you're doing all that like, shoot 'em up, bang bang, what up, dude.
True.
I'm not doing none of that. I didn't change anything about myself at all. But it took me longer to get there, but I didn't change anything. So it's like now people that come to me are like, well, you should do this. I'm like, at this point, I don't got to do nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Dope.
Soon as I leave here, I'm going to meet with Cashland about, doing some wardrobe for my Ghostface and Raekwon show that I'm opening up for next in about 2 weeks.
That's what you dropped that real quick.
March 31st, Ghostface and Raekwon at Baltimore Soundstage. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much it's like I got a inbox this morning from a company in LA that want to fly us out to do an interview, and it's like everything's kind of like slowly happening around whatever. But the craziest part is like I told myself when I get to a certain age I was gonna start falling back, and now I'm like approaching that place, and it's like whoa.
I got so much to do. Like I'm just getting started. Like
so I mean yeah.
I can just see you smiling inside and out. Yeah. You're smiling.
I've been through a lot of
For
stuff.
the people, who is Billy Lyve? For the people who don't know, if what they do and don't know about you now, what do you want to leave people with before we get into some other stuff? Like, who is Billy Lyve from all the way then till now? Highs and lows, 5, 6, 5, 8, about to drop.
Billy Lyve was an innocent little kid. They grew up in a decent household. My parents were together. But just because your parents are together doesn't mean like the household's a good household.
Sure.
It was a good household love wise,
understand,
but I went through a lot of
understand.
shit. A lot of fighting, alcoholism. I have 2 older brothers and an older sister. I watched all of them leave and all that stuff, and I was kind of stuck in the house by myself with my parents, who at the time was like, it was a pretty crazy place, you know what I'm saying? And from that, I grew into wanting to be hardcore, you know what I'm saying, and being in an area that wasn't typically known for that. So I started like getting a bunch of different people together, and I would just always be in Arbutus, Lansdowne, Catonsville, Baltimore, whatever. And that's when I started meeting the people that I wanted to be like. And then we got into the drugs. We got into holding a weapon. I mean, everything you can possibly think of that different people experience. I did all that, and I got so deep into it that I turned around one day. I'm like, wait, I don't really want to do this. But in my mind, I was like, yo, I want to be this. I want to be tough. I want people to look at me a certain kind of way. But then when I got it, and then I started getting in trouble or getting locked up, court cases, getting beat up. I mean, threatened. When I went through all that, it kind of like made me feel like, yeah, it's cool, or I did it, done it, but I really don't want that as my life. I watched all my friends go to jail for 20, 40, some of them are dead, and it really like changed me and made me like not want to be that person anymore. But I'm still close enough connected to that to where it's like I got one foot in, one foot out. So I think because of all the stuff that I went through, I'm able to relate and talk to just about anybody. So you can put me in the system, you can put me in the hood, you can put me in the county, you can put me wherever, and I'm
that girl.
You know
You feel me?
I can relate to a lot of people.
Yeah. Wow. Dope.
Yeah, I don't really tell all of those stories.
I got that though. I got it. Ching ching. So, your playlist is only you. What is the importance of entrepreneurship? And in the importance of entrepreneurship and creating your own lane, because we still gotta stick to that. You know that creating your own lane thing, be yourself. So what is the importance of entrepreneurship?
I think right now entrepreneurship is really, really important in today's time because you don't really want to listen to other people tell you what you can and what you can't do. But you also got to know if you are a boss or you're not a boss. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Everybody wants to be a boss. Everybody wants to be an entrepreneur, but it's not made for everybody. Some people are good to be an assistant. Some people are good to be the person that throws the layup. You know what I'm saying? So if something's not working for you and then you want to be like this person, but it's just not connecting, then maybe you need to, not necessarily stop your dream, but change the way you're going about it. Maybe you need to connect with somebody and have a partner. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody wants to be like, yo, I'm a boss, but a lot of these people are bosses and they have nobody. They're bosses of nothing. You know what I'm saying? The bosses of nothing, the movement isn't moving. You know what I'm saying? Clothing line, but nobody's buying it. It's because they're not taking the time to really get to know themselves and know their own personal strength and their weaknesses. You know your strengths and you know your weaknesses, then you know how to maneuver. You know what I'm saying?
This is a good damn interview, y'all. I might not say myself, okay?
I
sorry.
mastered all of my weaknesses.
Me too.
I mastered all of my
some
strengths.
them, not my emotional sometimes.
Yeah, I mastered that too. And I mastered all of my strengths, so I'm able to shift at any time I want to shift. So it makes it real easy for me to maneuver in any kind of environment.
The Wisdom Court Entertainment, Wisdom Court Media. Do you Wisdom Court say that you Kids Club? Mm-hmm. Who is the Wisdom Club? And who is Wisdom Court? Who do you want people to know? Is it underground hip hop? Is it just music? What is it? Is it rap? Is it hip hop? It's
hip hop. But we do have a couple artists that typically do some trap stuff or whatever that. But we're underground. But when I say underground, I don't necessarily mean like backpack. Underground meaning like we don't really care about mainstream.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Nipsey and guys like that, they're mainstream, but they're like underground mainstream. So like I respect what they're about. They're kind of rebelling against the system. We're kind of the same way. We don't try to like follow any trends or anything like that. And the artists that I bring in, they kind of filter out like, we do a certain style of hip hop, but I might bring other artists that might fit a trap show. So instead of me doing that show, I'll put them on that show. So we're able to kind of maneuver and be a part of every single thing that happens in the city. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
So but Wisdom Court, we're kings of the underground in Baltimore.
So how long has it been for Wisdom Court? You started that how many years ago?
2004.
Congratulations. You like,
Yeah.
look, V, you kings. I'm trying to be modest.
Yeah, 2004.
And you're not currently looking for anyone, but you're looking for the
I mean,
collaborations behind, like,
yeah,
the events. Drop that information real quick.
As time goes on, I definitely will be looking to more. We
course.
just brought in some new ones recently.
Real quick, what's the difference between hip hop and rap for the people who don't know it?
It
is a difference, right?
Yeah, rap is something anybody can do, and hip hop is something that you just have a gift. You just feel it. You know what I'm saying? Just like anybody can train to be a boxer, but you ain't Mike and you
might not be a
Lil
fighter.
Wayne. Yeah, exactly. Fighters are fighters. MCs are MCs, and rappers to me are more like
They can play with words.
yeah, but it might not be. I mean, it's a hard comparison to really distinguish.
It is, but it's a difference, and I think a lot of people don't have that conversation about the difference, of hip hop and rap. A lot of rappers think they can be a hip hop artist, but hip hop artists to me can rap, obviously. But I don't think a lot of rappers can be hip hop. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and then when they try, it sounds crazy.
Yeah,
a lot of hip hop people can be rappers, and when they try, it sounds crazy. And that's why I think it's good to kind of like have so many different variations and choices and lanes. In
Absolutely.
Music, you know what I'm saying?
Inspiration, real quick. Who did you listen to?
Tupac,
Nas, Wu.
Tupac, Nas, Wu-Tang, Biggie, Big Pun, Fat Joe, Jay-Z.
All right, so this is my trivia with you real quick. So you got your. I'm gonna give you. We can do it. Yeah, I'm gonna give you. All right. If you had your 3 faves, you can do it more than once because I sound like you got a couple, and you had the opportunity to embody one of them, channel, collab with one of them, maybe write, not necessarily perform, and then perform with one of them. Which artist would you collab, embody, and perform with?
I would collab with Tupac. I would like to say I would embody Tupac. Can I say the same thing?
Yeah, do your thing. It's good shit.
And then I would like to perform with Wu-Tang.
Okay.
I've actually been on stage with the entire Wu-Tang clan.
Because you actually have, you got a show coming up now about, I think you working with...
Ghostface Killah and Raekwon is the next show
Okay.
coming up. But the Wu-Tang 25th anniversary in D.C., there was like 6,000 people. I was actually on stage with them.
Okay.
You know so
I actually met them a couple times.
I've been really close to them my whole career.
Okay.
At one point, I was actually working with a subdivision of them. Now I'm not, but I'm still cool with a lot of different people.
So what do you think about the scene for the female MCs?
I think the scene is cool. I think they need to like be more original and creative because right now everybody wants to be a Cardi.
Everybody want to be a Lil' Kim.
Yeah, well, originally Lil' Kim, but now it's Cardi,
Cardi,
and you can tell by the way they even talk in their interviews.
Right.
Like they wanna make themselves sound stupid. You know what I'm saying? Or there's something they want to be Nicki, like, and that's cool that they inspire you. But if you're talking about coming from our scene, we need people that's more like something different. But it's hard. You can't be completely different because if you like certain things that Nicki likes or that Cardi likes, then cool. But don't try to talk and have the same mannerisms and do the same hairstyles. Like I think that's where we get thrown off and nobody takes us serious. Same thing with the rappers. Everybody wants to be somebody from Chicago or somebody from wherever, whatever. So it's hard to really take everybody serious when they do the antics that they do.
You hear that, ladies? You heard me. Sis, be yourself. Sis, be yourself. All right, so we about to come to a close. What's up with the 20th? What's your events? Come on, give them to me. You got some stuff planned.
All right.
We need to drop that, right?
I'll tell you everything. Well, tonight we're in Redmond, Pennsylvania for the March Madness tour. After that, we're in West Virginia. And then after that, we go to Sykesville in Maryland. March 31st, I'm opening up for Ghostface Killah and Raekwon.
Dope.
And February 22nd, I open up for Method Man and Redman at the First Harvard Music Festival.
Okay.
And before that, I open up for Tech 9. And
dope.
Yeah. And then we open up for Ja Rule. We
So,
do a lot of shit.
So because you've been on the scene and watching the hip hop scene, for everybody you have wanted to meet and have met, are they what you thought they were?
I didn't like Joe Budden.
I don't think I got good vibes from
Like
him.
when
either.
I met him several times. And one time he was cool, another time he was kind of like, it was just like his attitude. You know what I'm saying? But usually everybody else I met, they were cool. But I'm not the type that want to be like, yo, please give me a picture. If it happens, cool. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the most down to earth people I ever met was
Definitely Woo. I met them and they don't.
I mean, even some of them are a little funny, but
They are true.
Jizza, when I met him,
Cool.
yo, he like I felt like he was my cousin. Like,
Okay.
Yo, what's going on? You know, Cap.
I met Method.
I met Power, who's actually one of the he's not a rapper, but he's one of the original creators of Wu-Tang.
Dope.
Super dope. There was a movie called Black and White a long time ago, like years back, and it was like a documentary style joint about Staten Island. But Power was one of the guys that was in there, and he had a lot to do with like the logo and the t-shirts, the clothing. So the average person would see him and they walk right by him, but I knew exactly who he was. And I'm like, yo, because I'm an entrepreneur, I'm like, yo, I've been studying you forever. So I got a picture with him, Slick Rick. I met Rakim, Talib Kweli.
All of them was dope.
I think
they okay.
I downgrade myself when I think about things that I've done that other people haven't done. I think I'm too humble sometimes because I've done a lot.
This 5658 though got a big smile on your heart.
It does, because this is it could be life changing financially, and if somebody can pick it up financially. You think about it, if I'm able to move $520, that's $10,000 that I can make. It's not a lot of money, but that's the kind of money that can pay off a couple bills, and then I can invest that into the company. You know what I'm saying? But also like getting it to the right people. Where since it's a documentary and somebody's looking for a new artist, or they're looking into Baltimore to see what's going on in the city, you're typically going to hear about all the artists that are playing on the radio. You're not going to hear about the underground when you first come into Baltimore. So with this documentary, if they do get to me, they can be like, wow, it's a whole nother world I ain't know nothing about. That's why it's so cool for me doing like these interviews. The 92Q thing was awesome because it kind of put me out there like, yo, it's a whole nother world that y'all don't know nothing about.
Dope.
That's actually the majority of our city.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But people don't know about that. So that's my goal.
That's what's up. You so dope. I get in everybody's business a little bit. Okay. Mm-hmm. Who's sliding up in your DMs? Are you dating? Are you in a relationship?
Yeah, I'm in a relationship. I've been in for about a bit over 2 years now.
Congratulations.
People don't typically. I mean, they slide my DMs a little bit.
You like, well, V.
I don't really. I don't give off. I'm not super inviting all the time.
Okay.
So I don't get a lot of slides in my DM, but I know they're there. You know what I'm saying?
So you've been in a relationship for 2 years. Congratulations. For entrepreneurs, what dating advice would you give since you've been holding your relationship down for 2 years? And a lot of people are like, where you at? Where you going? What you doing? So what dating advice would you give?
My dating advice is to find somebody that is open to being involved with what you do. Like, my significant other is one of my partners. You know what I'm saying? So it makes it a lot easy for me to move around. But it still gets hard because you still want your quality time. And that's something I'm still to this day trying to find out how to balance that. But then you got some people that's like, I want to keep my girl separate from everything else I do. But then that's when the thoughts and the doubts come in the relationships, and I don't think that's cool either. I think whoever you're with, male or female, if they're not involved, they need to be supportive of what you do. They need to know what you're doing. They need to be around. They need to know what's going on. Meet people, and you can't get upset with them if they feel insecure if you're not letting them see it.
That's why you my ex. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You can't get upset with your girl or your guy if they don't know what's going on. You know, if you're around a bunch of guys, I'm around a bunch of women, and you know, my girl's been around a lot. So now if I go somewhere, she already knows what's going on. So
I know I'm not 92Q, but I'm thank you so much to come to the VMix. I'm honored that you came to the VMix. Mm-hmm. I'm surprised that you was like, yeah, sure, no doubt. I know I couldn't roll out the red carpet like 92Q.
I ain't get a red carpet over there. I've been trying to get in there for like 10 years. Like, so
that's what's up.
Yeah, so
and then I was the next stop though. 92Q, you still kind of late though. Oh, it's like I'm playing. No, I'm not. Yeah. So the last thing that you would say about 5658 right now, the last thing you'll say about Mr. Dub Science, the last thing you'll say about everything that you have going on, creating. This is your last thing you would say, the last words. What would you say to whoever, whatever, you know?
My last words is going to be, if you didn't pay attention before, you are going to be forced to pay attention to everything that I got going on now. You don't have to like me. And if you respect me, cool. But we're about to really completely change the way that artists are distributing herself, marketing herself, and just watch. We're gonna change things, and you're gonna start seeing like other people jumping on the train that we're creating right now.
I hope the V-Mix guys see at your table.
Yeah, you do. You also got an invite to the viewing too. So
I did.
Yeah.
I can come. I can pull up. I can pull up.
Yeah, you can pull up.
All right, that's what's up. I can just drop my name.
Yeah, everything. If you're coming, everything's gonna be straight. All the packages are personalized and everything.
Oh, you hear that? I got her. I feel special though. I'm really serious about that. You know, bubbly inside. All my real homies know how I act when I get behind. Like, yo, that's me behind the doors. I appreciate you. 5658. Your last words again. We wrapping it up. Entrepreneurship is so important. I do agree with you. Shout out to again everyone that been on the show and we get into it. A lot of people. I feel like everybody could be an entrepreneur or got something to bring to the table. But I like the way I think Phil said it, something similar to you. Like, but you still gotta know your lane or know what your strengths and your weaknesses are, so you can assist. Sometimes you gotta
be okay with being a number two. Even with me.
I don't know why people don't like being number two.
Well, even with me being a boss or a general or whatever, if I'm in certain situations, like say, if Diamond hits me up and he's like, yo, we need to do boom, 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 boom. If it's something he knows more about, then I'm gonna be a soldier at that point.
Like this mixtape.
If it's something that I know more about, then whoever I'm talking to, maybe I'm hoping they would be a soldier at that point. But you can't be a general if you refuse to be a soldier, and you can't be a leader if you've never been a follower because you don't know where you're going.
Y'all hear that? What's your state? We're gonna close this out, Diamond. I thank you again. RadioOnFire.com. The V Mix 11 a.m. to 12 on Saturdays. Your host, Miss V. Again, I have a project dropping on 3:30. Get Familiar Volume 2. I want y'all to get familiar with the artist, so I'm not dropping an artist today. And I do. It's a free project. Thank you to all the artists who was like, sure. Shout out to Ronald Clinton. Shout out to everybody that was like, go for it, V. I appreciate you. So I will be dropping a promotional video about that. My next Saturday, I will not be here. I'm doing some promotional events. March the 30th, I'm dropping the Get Familiar Volume 1 mixtape, so stay tuned for that. And also, I will be doing speaking engagements. I will be at Empower Pop-Up Mixer, Be Empowered. Shout out to Janice Thomas. And all that good stuff. I will be back with a guest on April the 6th. I want to say it's Luscious TV. I hope she pulls up. If not, I'll still be here on April the 6th. I'm supposed to say that right. April the 6th, Luscious TV should be pulling up. If not, I'm still pulling up. So I'll be back to get familiar with you all and to talk more about the mixtape. In between, I'm going to be dropping some promotional information, so stay tuned. This is just the release for the first one. I'm going to have promotional events to follow, so get familiar with that as well. TheVmix.com, go there if you want to be a guest. But real quick, Billy, 5658 is dropping, hard copies dropping on 3/23.
Yep.
After that, it's going to be released on all social media platforms.
Yep.
And what's your state of politics, real quick? How you feel about that wall? You feel like it's bullshit? It's a cover up.
I really feel like I don't care. Like it's just not. It's not
the presidential race. What you feeling about that?
Same.
The election coming up.
I did vote for. I voted. I did vote
for Trump.
No, I voted for.
That's
Obama.
how I'm like. Voted for Obama.
I think Trump's a joke. I think it's turning the country. It's making us seem like we're just not that serious when you start letting people like that be in charge of us. So we're open to more attacks from all kinds of different levels because it doesn't seem serious. It seems like a joke. So when things are a joke, I kind of stay away from it. So I just don't really care about none of that stuff at all. In my mind, in my personal life, none of this stuff affects me at all. That's how I feel.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I want to know how you feel.
Yeah.
But what we do know, y'all better get familiar with 5658 though.
Yeah.
Okay, drop your last drop for that, and we out.
5658, the album documentary, dropping on March 23rd. You can find me at IG, YouTube, Facebook, Billy Lyve, BILLYLYVE, Wisdom Core Entertainment, IG, and Facebook. If you want to get booked on any shows, you want to do some business, sponsorships, holler at me. Let's do it.
All right, y'all, your girl, Miss V. I see y'all April the 6th. But I'm going to see y'all in between time, in the meantime.
But also, check out Miss V. She's doing some dope promotions and stuff, too. I'm